I've been able to wear them 100+ times. You remember we used to talk about like breaking necks.
Yeah.
We used to have
Yeah.
neck breaking culture.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
These are
Yeah.
neck breakers. These are
Yeah. That'll
hard.
snap your neck. Yeah. That'll John Wick you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of What Are Those? I'm your host, Adam Butler, back with another episode. Thank you so kindly for being here. Dope guest today, my man Nate Frost is in the building. Yo, if you follow this man on any social platform, then you getting some of the best looks at sneakers and some of the best sneaker photography in the game. And it's all done on an iPhone. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But before that, remember to subscribe to the channel. Shouts out to all the new subscribers, man. I see y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all comment on the videos. Y'all sharing the videos. And this channel is going to grow because of you. So spread the word. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell and show a brother some love. Thank you. All right. Nate Frost is in the building, man. Yo, I said this on the show. Matter of fact, no, I'm going to leave that tease for the show. You're going to hear something cool about the AE1 in the interview, okay? And how, it's sort of like 6 degrees of separation when it comes to this podcast, all right? But shouts out to Nate Frost, man. One of the dopest photographers in the sneaker game, for real. And he does it all on the iPhone. The brands are starting to recognize he builds great relationships, man. He just has a really, really cool story. So without further ado, let's get to my man, Nate Frost. Nate, what's going on, brother?
What's good with you, G?
Cool. Hey, man, I'm cooling. I'm going to go ahead and get some inside baseball going on, man. You are the world's most patient brother. I appreciate you. We had some tech issues. You were patient with me. I really appreciate you coming through and dealing with all the technical crap that I had to go through to get you on here, bro.
Yeah, ain't no thing, man. I appreciate you for having me on the podcast, bro.
Man, no problem, man. I've been following you for a while. I'm sure we've had some conversations. I know we've had some conversations on Twitter, just like kind of going back and forth in random sneaker conversations or what have you. You're doing big things, man. I want to give you your flowers just off jump, man, because you're a really cool follow. Your page is really cool. You like, I find myself saying this a lot. Maybe it's just like the caliber of guests I'm having on, just good people. I feel like in a world full of like sneaker drama and just sneaker, just like, you're one of the cool follows, man. Because at the end of the day, it's just about the aesthetic, the photography, and the art of the sneaker. So I want to throw you your flowers on that one, man. I really appreciate what you do.
Well, I appreciate the compliment, man. Yeah, I mean, it's enough drama in this world, man. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in real life, you know what I'm saying? Like this don't exist. A lot of the conversation and stuff that happens online, like this stuff don't exist, man. I used to line up for sneakers, man, and everything was just always cool, bro. So I try to, I still delve into it a little bit. I get caught up sometimes.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah,
but
I do.
I'm not gonna lie about it. But, for the most part, though, man, I just try to keep it cool because you know what I'm saying. Like that's what it is at the end of the day. It's a cool culture to be a part of. Man.
Yeah,
it always has been.
Yeah, and it's a culture, and it has its positive and its negatives. It has its good people, and it has its not so great people. So everybody's gonna get caught up in that stuff, and it's cool. But I just really when it gets down to it, and you look at like, okay, who is this person that I'm seeing tweet or seeing post on IG? Like, who are they? And you go to look at their page, and you see like, oh, but there's actual. Not that you're negative or nothing like that. I'm just saying like there's actual great stuff on the page. Like that's the coolest thing about it. So let's jump right into it, man. Talk to me about how you fell in love with sneaker culture.
Oh man, I wish I had some wonderful story about how I watched Michael Jordan dunk from the free throw line.
Yeah,
I was just in awe of everything that I saw. But you know what, man? I think that this applies kind of to everybody a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little bit of a hype beast as a kid, man. You know what I'm saying? I was growing up in a neighborhood where most people didn't have nothing, and so the people that did have it, them cats always had a crispy white pair of Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
And when they wanted flavors, they had the different pairs of Air Max 95s that'll match a fitted cap, that'll match maybe a T, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I wanted to look like the people that was getting money around me, and a lot of them was hustlers. A lot of them was
Yeah.
hustlers, and then I grew up in the era. I was born in 1990, so the magic of Michael Jordan was around in my childhood. You
Right.
know, I loved Space Jam. Me and my brother
Mm.
had the big fluffy. He had the Tasmanian Devil. I had the Bugs Bunny slippers. You know what I'm saying? Like it was there. But in
Yeah.
my formative years growing up, it was very, very hip hop culture,
Mm.
and hip hop culture, particularly in Atlanta,
Yeah.
was real big. Crunk was there. Trap was blowing up, and it was like our outfits were so simple then. It was a tall white tee.
Yeah.
It was some shorts. It didn't really matter who it was. You know what I'm saying? If you had a Visual jeans or you had MFG jeans or something like that, you was like extra fly.
Yeah.
But the way you sort of stood out was going to be on your fitted cap
Mm-hmm.
and on your feet,
Mm-hmm.
because everything else was pretty much the same all the way around.
Yeah. Yeah. That
And
uniform on.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, so it was like you just had to have all the different flavors of something on your feet in order to sort of stay fly. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't
Yeah.
keep wearing the same old shoes with the same old white tees. You had to have
Yeah.
something going for you. And so,
Yeah.
just wanting to get fly, man. At the end of the day, it was a part of the culture that I grew up in. And once you got a little bit of bread on you, you know what I'm saying? You started buying some new kicks for your feet.
Yeah.
It was really that simple for me, man. It's no crazy story with no hand me downs from my brother or nothing
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. Hey man, I just wanted to be a fly cat and
Yeah.
look like the other fly dudes that I was looking up to in my neighborhood. Whether it was
Yeah.
doing right or wrong, it is what it is. But that's
Yeah.
it, man. I just wanted to be fly.
Hey, yo, the funny thing about that, I laugh because, especially some of the examples you give it, is always like my brother, man. I used to watch my brother, and he had the sixes, and I just wanted them. Or Michael Jordan did, and that's a real story for people. I'm
Yeah,
not denying that, but I appreciate the honesty because I really think that's most sneakerhead story. That like, you
yeah, I
know
think so
what,
too.
I wanted to be fly, and it was for lack of a better term, an easy way to get it. Like, the start from the feet up and the hat down, you know what I mean? Like, and get that together,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And it's, I feel like I've been telling this story a lot too, being from DC, we so associated with the New Balance, you know what I mean? But I always tell people, I was telling my colleagues at work, some white people, I was telling them like, yo, the New Balance thing, the dope boys was wearing the New Balance. It was the most expensive shoe. So they felt like in the 80s, like I could get the Chuck Taylor, I could get the Nike, or I could get that $80 at the time sneaker and really look like rich. You know what I mean? So it's just funny how these things, how like cultures blend. Hip hop culture, sneaker culture is a subculture of hip hop culture. You know what I mean? And so it
right.
all connects together. Talk to me about, because you have an eye for it, and I think that's a really particular and special thing, right? Like you have an eye for photography. You are a photographer, you know what I mean? And talk to me about how you decided to blend sneakers with photography. And if I'm not mistaken, you do a lot of yours on the iPhone. You use the iPhone for most of your shots. That's real
I
dope.
use the iPhone for everything.
That's dope.
There is no mirrorless camera. There's no DSLR, no Canon, no Nikon, no
Yeah.
Sony's around here. It's just nothing but an iPhone. So
Yeah.
this will be a good story though.
Let's go.
Uh, so my family has always been artsy.
Mm-hmm.
My my grandmother was a seamstress, a
Yeah.
very very good seamstress. She used to do floss for the strippers in Atlanta, and she could also make a wedding dress.
I love it.
I mean,
I
she did
love
all of it, right?
it. I love
Everything
it.
from A to Z when it comes to it. And my
Yeah.
mother, she was a visual artist. She was really wonderful with pencil to paper. My
Mm-hmm.
uncle, he lives in Japan now, but he's a formerly trained in Italy, and
Hmm.
he's always been a really wonderful artist. So the people that I looked up to, I was raised by my mother and my grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's my favorite uncle, the one who's artistic.
Yeah.
Um, they've always sort of had that. My older brother played music. He was a wonderful saxophone player.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sang in choir. I know
Mm-hmm.
it's probably crazy, like, yo, this is a choir boy, but like, yeah, I sang in choir. But
Yeah,
I
I was in the
also did
choir too, bro. I was in the choir
hey,
too.
it happens, man. It was a lot of
Yeah,
girls. It was a lot of girls in the choir. So
yeah,
why not? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And, and so, I was in the choir, and then
Hmm.
I did a lot of visual art stuff too.
Hmm.
Um, and then the photography really hit, I would say, because of Instagram.
Okay.
I got on Instagram around like, I don't know, probably 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
And when I got there, it was like, I already had a bunch of sneakers,
Yeah.
but I wasn't a part of like the Nike Talk forums or none of that. So like, I was just a guy that existed in the world with a bunch of sneakers, and like the people who knew me or that lined
Mm-hmm.
up next to me at the camp out
Mm-hmm.
knew that I had sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got to Instagram, and what it turned from was like back in 2012. I don't know if you remember this or if you was on Instagram at the time, but we used to do these like crazy, stupid edits,
Yeah.
like sneakers in outer space with a comet trail
Right.
behind it, and we would just like microwave the photo. It would look crazy,
Yeah.
right? And so I started off with that because I was on like an iPhone 4
Right.
back
Yeah.
then.
Talking about 2011.
And
Yeah.
so, so I didn't have a good camera,
Yeah.
but I could microwave the hell out of some photos and make
Yeah.
it look like something. So I started learning a bunch of apps, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then as things changed, cameras got better. That sort of content for sneakers fizzled out, and then it all became about the clean photography. And even back then, the guys who had the clean photos, it didn't necessarily matter if they had the greatest shoe collection ever. When they had really clean photos, they were the guys that were getting reposted by the Nice Kicks and the Kicks on Fires, Walk Like Us, all of these other blogs before they became what they are now. They used to just really be like shout out pages. Um, and it's like, oh, you know what? Like, shit, I kind of want a little shot. I got a nice little collection too. So I started pivoting towards the
Right.
clean photos, and really just as the cameras on the phone started getting better, my
Mm-hmm.
photos started getting better. But then I also made sure that I did things that were going to help with that effort. So
Right.
like it's like simple stuff like buying myself a tripod and a remote and using my what's that right here? I use my little water bottle, right? I set up the
Right.
camera and put my water bottle in the focus,
Right.
and then when I know that's where I need to be. That's where I need to be at the center of my photo. And so I just pivoted towards that, man. And then I sort of fell in love with the editing aspect of it too. So
Mm-hmm.
like there's one of the things that I learned is like all of the great photos that you tend to see are not just taken. Like
Mm.
these great photos are often made. These people are going in Photoshop in there. That's not a real sunset that you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? It's not even really nighttime that you're looking at when you're looking at photos, but there's an art to editing your photos as well. And so I had to try to learn all that and do it literally all just on an iPhone. And I figured it out. I do use Photoshop on the iPhone,
Right.
and it just worked for me, man. And clean is it's just very easy to me. Um,
Yeah.
and so just that transition, like I said, from cooking photos and learning a whole bunch of apps to now I use maybe 3 or 4 apps to
Yeah.
do my photo editing and get it out and get it clean, man. And you know what? The brands notice
Mm.
and and the people like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People like to see a shoe as it is, as it's to be presented. Everybody wants to know. I don't care what it looks like in the picture. I want to see what it looks like on feet. I
What
want
it
to see
look
what it looks
like
like
on
with a
feet.
fit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what they want to see. I want to see if you drape your jeans over it or if you tuck
Yeah.
your jeans into the tongue.
Yeah.
How's it gonna look for me? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it, that's what the people want to see, and that's what I
Yeah.
do, man. And I try to do that to the best of my ability.
It's the authenticity that really is noticeable. Um, you know, shouts out to Jerlisa. I want to make sure I say it right. I want to
Yeah, that's my homie.
shouts out
That's
to
my
her,
homie.
man, because I saw her tweet you, I think maybe just yesterday, saying like she's very happy that you're getting your shine now, that brands are starting to notice. You walked right into it. I was going to ask you about that. Like, talk to me about how when the brand started noticing and what's that like, because and not to explain my question, but I want to explain to the audience why I'm asking this, because there are a lot of people that are sneaker content creators, and some people kind of think like, oh, if I make a couple of videos or if I do a couple of TikToks or whatever, or if I post a dope picture, Nike and Adidas just gonna start sending me stuff, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? And I think it's just a big misconception about like what it means for a brand to notice your work. Talk to me about that.
yeah. So first and foremost, what I want to say is that for any of us, this is period. This is me included.
Yeah.
Just because we buy things, it doesn't mean that the brands owe us. That's
Hmm.
number one.
Yeah.
Number two, and what I'll say is probably the most important thing is the content creator. is going to be consistency. I don't see people don't understand. Like I've been creating sneaker content for the last 12 years, like consistently, like damn near daily. I take my Sundays off because it's the Lord's Day and I'm supposed to rest.
Okay.
But 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 damn near daily for almost 12 years, and it's
Yeah.
just now coming to roost in ways that are tangible for me. I know that listen, everybody wants free shit.
Yeah.
It's the truth. And I think anybody who says different is being dishonest about
They're
it.
a
Like there's
liar.
no way
Yeah.
there's no way you're gonna be like, oh, I don't want free things from. I
Right.
would love free Nikes for life,
Right.
free stripes
Right.
for life.
Right.
But what really happened and where it really took off, and yes, definitely shout out to Jaleesa because I'm gonna come back to it because she's part of that too.
Yeah, for sure.
It started with my boy Shake. So Shake
Shout to Shake.
JMJ.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just a natural. It was a relationship. So there's this part of it too, right?
Yeah.
It's not just that a brand noticed me. It was that I had an organic relationship with somebody. You know, we met, we chilled. We met my son and my wife. I've met his wife and his children. We hung out. We went and saw Messi together when Argentina came and played in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So like we had just a personal relationship. I talked to him. Basketball season going on, we talking shit about the Bucks. He's gonna be down on me about my Hawks.
Yeah. Hey, at least you're not a Wizards fan, dog.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, praise him.
so it was really an organic relationship, right? So like, and we became cool, and so like the first pair of sneakers that I ever got for free actually went to my baby. So I had said something about like, man, I really wish I could get like infant, because this is when Yeezys were going crazy.
Yeah.
Like still going crazy. I was like, man, I wish I could get infant sizes for my baby, but damn, like people is buying up all the infant sizes and I want to get for my baby.
Yeah.
And so he sent my boy like a size, like it's like a size 9K. So he's gonna be in it soon, but like a 9K Yeezy, and I was like, yo, like, so that's love. Like once you take care of my baby, bro, like it's like, it's good. Like we good for life now.
Yeah.
And because that relationship developed, you know what I'm saying, it started with his day one release and the white and black pair of his Adidas that he sent over to me F&F, and then I mean really it just took off from there. I say really it took off with this AE1 campaign.
Yeah.
Because I was already a fan of things at Adidas, but I'm like a lot of people. I was a big Nike and Air Jordan person. I'm an Air Max guy. I'm an Air Jordan guy.
Yeah.
And when I was given the opportunity to buy one or the other, I was generally going to choose Jordan or Nike.
Yeah.
And I sort of pivoted that because there's somebody at this brand that's showing me love.
Right.
And the best thing that I can do, because to him it's just like real, it's just all love. Like he's not expecting nothing from me. But I'm gonna give love back to the brand at the very least, because I can at least have my informed dollars go to somebody that's giving something to me, right?
Absolutely.
And so the AE1 took off, and I was there for like from the beginning. I was like, this shoe is dope, and plus
fire.
He's homegrown. He's an Atlanta native.
Yeah.
And he's like a super Atlanta personality.
Yeah.
So like, bro, like I love it. Like this is not. I mean, we've had an Atlanta super. Dwight Howard's from Atlanta. You know, Anthony Edwards type of superstar.
Yeah.
You know, and plus the shoe was fire. The shoe is comfortable. It's affordable. I'm like, this is a home run. This is the best thing to release in a long time. Like, and people are like, man, somebody must be paying you. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, first of all, basketball is my first love, so I love hooping.
Yeah.
Damn, this is a good hoop shoe.
Yeah.
Like, on its functionality, it's crazy. And so, just like speaking my opinion about it, that's what really got me noticed, right? Is that I was like, this is the sneaker of the year. Like, this is it. This is the one thing. And people started to take notice because at the same time, and I don't know if people see it, but like I get tagged in AE1 cop posts like I'm somebody who worked there.
Yeah.
They be like, just got my AE1s at Nate Frost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I had this show on pause for a minute. Okay. Then I noticed the AE1 on your page. I'm not lying to you. I saw you wearing the AE1. I was like, yo, that I didn't pay that. I saw it when I saw the campaign and everything. The junk drop. I immediately reached out to my boy Pharaoh, who is he's like head of marketing over at Adidas basketball. So he was like involved in that campaign. I did a special episode of this podcast just about the AE1 because I was like, yo, the AE1 is dope. There's something special going on with that. I know somebody that works at Adidas. Let me get them on. So in a way, I'm not trying to gas you, bro. In a way, this show is back because of your photos on Twitter. I'm not playing. Like that AE1, I was like, yo, that AE1 is fire. Let me do a special episode of one of those. I had it on ice for a minute. Let me do a special episode, talk to my man Pharaoh because I can. And then from there, I was like, all right, it's back now. You know what I mean? Let me just keep going because people wanted to come on. So thank you.
Hey, man. I do what I can.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, it was just that, man. And I had a real genuine love for it, and I was, singing its praises and speaking the gospel, and then I was informing a lot of dollars. So it's not just about what you bring to the table as a creator in regards to what you create. It's not just that I have nice photos. It's not just that somebody makes nice videos or nice reels.
Right.
That's a part of it too, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's I've informed a lot of dollars. Like I can show 20, 30, maybe 40 people, different people, who have bought this particular shoe, because of something I said.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's just led to this somewhat opportunity. Like this is the most that I've ever received on my end from any brands. And a part of it, like really, it just started with relationships because that Shake relationship also led to me being on spaces with my good guy Lostad, John, and John is with Foot Locker. And John is somebody like he looks out for me. And so it's just all genuine relationships. And then we talk about, and I'm gonna put it because I got it right here with me. I said we're just gonna come back to my girl Jaleesa. When people start speaking your name in rooms that you're not in, it leads to really good things. So you might have seen recently that there was a lot of women who started receiving a bunch of AE1s recently. That was, Jaleesa was helping to that effort to get AE1s to the girls' hands. Hey man, once the women start getting it, the women they always dress better than
they
us.
go dress up.
They don't. They just have options. Because they can dress exactly like us. And they still gonna look better. And then they can dress like them. And they gonna look better.
So
you gotta get it. You gotta get it in the ladies' hands, especially something that's taken off so well as a casual sneaker. So this right here, the 3SSB PE, and I'll go into a little bit more why it's special. I know that she was speaking my name in a room that I wasn't in to one of the particular guys that works on the campaign with Adidas hoops as well. And so it was because of that. Like there were people that got seated other pairs, but I've seen this pair in the hands of myself, in the hands of KO from ATATF, and KO is that dude. KO, he's that dude. Period. And I've seen him on Wale. That's it. And that's it. And this right here was like now I almost don't even buy Nike. I mean, but like after this one, I was like, that's a crazy thing because I was joking with him, like I was talking to him in the DM, and he's like, hey, I got something for you. I got something coming for you. Just want to show you appreciation. I was like, hey man, I just want to let you know, man, if you send me those 3 SSBs, I'm gonna let you keep a blood marker like John Wick. You just tell me. You just tell me when you need me. I'll pop up.
That's funny as hell. I've been forever in debt to you.
I'm forever indebted to you. If you send those to me, right? And so I know he was laughing to himself because me, I'm thinking like, yo, he probably gonna send me like the Wish Loves or the New Ways or something. But he ended up sending this. And what makes it special is that it's a basketball PE.
I
wear a 10.5. PE buying is not for people in my size. It's for anybody who's a size 13 and up.
Yeah.
Because
because they basketball. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm a normal sized person.
Yeah.
In normal sized sneakers, and basketball players are not. So to have something that's a basketball PE and a size 10.5, like it's just exceedingly rare that this happens. There might be some WNBA players that have a 10.5.
Right.
That, you can get something off of if you're lucky, but certainly not an NBA player, and certainly not something you think you would find at in an Adidas hoops camp that would end up in my hands. So ever since then, man, like I'm telling you, you're gonna see my list at the end of the year. You'll be like, yo, I think this dude might for real work for Adidas. Like, but I don't, man. It's just it's like now I really got to make an informed decision about the dollars that I spend.
Of course,
because of all the years, man. I've been buying shoes for myself for over 20 years. This is the first time it's ever came back to me like that.
Yeah.
And so that's where I'm gonna spend my money at now. But yeah, this was truly special, and that's like I said, it's personal relationships. Jaleesa is a good friend of mine. Shake is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
John is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I just so happen to have good people in good places that can make things happen for me and speak my name in rooms that I can't be in. And that's what I'm really truly grateful for, because like you think about it, like I can't really give this back to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they doing it off the muscle.
Yeah.
I'm not. They not paying me. This isn't a paid advertisement.
Yeah.
They're doing it off the muscle, man. And if you don't establish those relationships, that's the one thing you got to do. So like, they just had the Black Footwear Forum in Detroit. If you're one of those people and you want to be in the rooms with someone like a James Whitner and see what you can get from Social Status or Manier or APB, then maybe you should be there. Like you have to make a concerted effort to get to know people as well. Because if you think somebody is just going to give you stuff because you are whoever you think you are, that's just not how it works. Like you got to have some people skills to go with it too.
For sure, bro. For sure, man. I think that's, it's like it's an organic thing, like I mentioned before, which is beautiful. You know what I mean? And then it's also that piece of like that Twitter, we start off kind of talking about like that sneaker Twitter and how sometimes sneaker Twitter could just be like all Twitter, to be honest with you, could just be like, oh my God, right? But when you mention these names, Jaleesa, you talk about Shake, you talk about all these people. These are like familiar names if you're involved with sneaker Twitter, right? And I think that's the dopest thing, right? Like that. You not only do you get organic, you get opportunities from it, all this and that, but you also you make friendships in sneaker culture. You know what I mean? Especially on something that a lot of people don't think about, which is like the online, the social media spaces. You know what I mean? The Twitters, the Instagrams, things like that. Like you meet people we've met on there. Obviously, you're on this show now. You know what I mean? And so I think that's like the coolest piece of it. And I do think that one piece that people don't really talk about is like these communities that build up on Twitter and how there's just like real opportunities, not just to get free stuff, obviously, but like to meet good people. Like you said, Shake hooked your child up. Like that's dope. You know what I mean? Like and by the way, shouts to him, man. He's one of the coolest dudes I ever met. I don't get to talk to him often, but I think he's super cool. He came on this show about a year or two ago and told some of the greatest stories in history. My mind was blown, man. He's just a fantastic human, bro. Just had to say that about the man. Yeah.
Fantastic dude, man. A true pillar of his community. He is a shining example of who to be.
Yeah.
Like when I grow up, I want to be like him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's a shining example, and the dude is so humble, man. Like I said, I've met him in person, and you would just never know if he didn't tell you. You would know. We walked into the Adidas store, and he was like, "I'm just gonna buy some stuff for my wife real quick."
Yeah.
I'm just gonna buy some stuff for my wife real quick.
Yeah.
We walked into the mayor's. I'm looking at my little $400 Beluga watch, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't even be in this month right now. But he's really that dude. But he don't floss about it. He just go out and he just do work, man. So definitely shout out my dude Shake, man. That is an incredible dude for real.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, man. Yo, man, you're doing big things. I could talk to you for an hour plus. I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'd like to have you back on. You know what I'm thinking about doing? It's my first time saying it. Actually, I mean, it's not like I'm not reinventing the wheel here. I want to have a end of the year top sneakers like panel conversation. You know what I mean? I already know what's going to be on your list. You know what I mean? But I think I'd love to have you on that episode, man, because I think that's, you know, you could represent for. You kind of said it's going to be on this. You know what I'm saying? So I think you could represent for that one. It's not like a battle or nothing, but I'd like to have that discussion about like sneaker of the year at the end of the year, and I'd love to have you back for that one, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I can be objective about it too. You know
I
what
know
I'm
you
saying?
can. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, when I do my list, I always do it to my personal tops. Only
yeah,
the stuff I've touched, only the stuff I've worn and that I've photographed is
yeah,
generally what I keep on. But I can be pretty objective
yeah.
about it too. And I also brought, speaking of sneakers, of a list.
Let's get into
Yeah,
that. Let's get into
yeah.
that. Yes.
You said I might be able to do this. So this was off the top, and I was thinking, yeah, these are probably my top three. My
Okay,
top
let's
three that
go.
I got right here. So
So
I'll
this is
start with
Nate's top 3 sneakers. He's
top
about to
three
show
right
us
here.
right now. Yeah.
I'm gonna start with something real special right here.
Oh boy.
You know,
Oh
coming that
boy.
little dust bag right
I
there.
see
You know
it.
what it is? The Premio Ben Air Jordan 7.
Woo! Yeah.
This is
Yo, my
this
man
this
Paul
is
Span would love that right there. P. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
this is the one for me. This is one of those, and it doesn't get that same type of love that it would have gotten like that 2012 to
Yeah.
2016 time frame. But
Yeah.
this is one of them ones.
Yeah. That's a work of
Talk
art
about,
right there. Yeah.
yeah, you talk about premium materials. The
Yeah.
leather is butter. That
Yeah.
satin inside, the perforated leather on the pull tab, and
Yeah.
the little wax stamp for the Ben 23. And the leather's
Nice.
got the best outsole of all time. And this is just a real pretty one right here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this one right here,
Yeah.
yeah, this is one of my top 3 sneakers. I feel very lucky to have had a shoe from 2008, still wearable by the way.
Yeah, it looks good.
That I can still stomp around these joints, and then
Yeah.
I've been able to wear them 100+ times. You know, remember we used to talk about like breaking necks.
Yeah.
We used to have
Yeah.
neck breaking culture.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
These are
Yeah.
neck breakers. These are hard.
Yeah, that'll snap your neck. Yeah. That'll John Wick you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do, man. When he called my name, I'm gonna just throw this one.
Yeah.
That'll take the person out.
Neck breaker. Yeah.
So that's definitely one of them, man.
All right. What you gonna have is better than that?
Better? I don't know, but
okay.
For me, it's better.
Yeah.
So my favorite colorway in shoes, period, is I have an affinity for black and gold sneakers.
Okay.
I love black and gold sneakers.
Okay.
I was gonna throw the DMP 6 on there,
Mm.
but then I thought about it. It's gotta be these guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're on the roll.
The Air Jordan 9.
Yes.
Sternbecker.
Yes.
The Pollitos.
Yes.
First of all, Air Jordan 9s, this part right here.
Yeah.
Same thing with 11s. They don't really ever do anything imaginative.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So they put that chicken feather pattern on this.
Yeah.
And that metallic gold accent. And man, it just sitting on the black midsole, it just looks so premium.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The upper is 3M. You know what I'm saying? It's just like one more little added element to this sneaker that when the cameras flash, boom, the shoe pops on you.
Yep.
And then translucent outsole.
Yeah. See, that's how I was waiting. I was waiting for you to show. That's the thing about the Dornbeckers. Like, it's so many, like, just little details, just
little things.
Yeah, man.
But I think unlike a lot of other Dornbecker Air Jordans, this shoe, I don't want to say it because they're children, but
I know where you're going.
It doesn't look childish, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look cartoony. Like, yes, a lot of the Dornbeckers, they kind of look like, you know, they cool art pieces, but they hard to wear because they're so cartoony and so loud and crazy.
They look like a child's shoe, but these look like they just look professional.
Yeah.
They look really clean. They look luxury. And I just love what Oswaldo Jimenez did with this sneaker. This is like I love this sneaker. And like I said, that translucent outsole.
That's beauty right there.
It might still be the only Air Jordan 9 with a translucent outsole.
I haven't seen a 9 with a translucent outsole, so yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right about that.
I think this is it. And then, you know, it's red on one side, the other shoe has a green on the bottom to
Yeah.
represent the colors of the Mexican flag. And yeah, man, that shoe is absolutely beautiful to me.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get to number one, and it might be surprising,
Okay.
but I think if you've been paying attention the last couple of years, it probably won't be that surprising.
All right.
These.
Yo, I'm looking right at that. I would, if it wasn't so much for me to get up, I'd go grab. I'm looking right at that, bro. That is one of my favorite sneakers in my collection, bro.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
this is my favorite sneaker of all time. I knew it when they announced it, and I saw the colorways on this thing.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, that's my sneaker of the year."
Yeah.
First of all, I love tacky stuff.
Yeah.
I love it because, like I said, I go back to a certain time where it was just white tees, jeans, and you had to have something funky on your feet.
Yep.
The Bapes were big.
Yep.
Hell, the Dukes, the Air Forces, they used to sell them in all the crazy colors underneath the bridge off Auburn Avenue. You know what I'm saying? So I love something that's funky, but this shoe it's so funky, but it's so cohesive.
It's well
at the
put
same
together,
time.
bro. Yeah, man.
It's you know, you talk about the concept to execution.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be a shoe that celebrates the Woodstock Festival.
Yep.
It's got the denim, it's got the bandanas, it's got the flower power on the inner sole, it's got the camo, it's got the little dirt speckles, and then that gum outsole. Man, I look at the shoe and I say, this is the most wearable sneaker. Like I
love
wear
that
the
sneaker
shoe every single day.
Nate, hold on, bro. Hold on, Nate. I gotta go grab my. Hold on, bro. Hold on, man. Give me. I got shorts. Hold on.
Come on. So what you did when you got your shoe, this is going to highlight the other thing to me that just really makes this special. When you hold your shoe up to the camera, and I hold my shoe up to the camera, we got the same shoe.
Yep.
But we don't have the same.
We don't have the same shoe. It's differences. Yeah. Yeah.
Your camo is different.
Yep.
Your denim wash is going to be different.
Yep.
You like those laces. I think the white laces look great. I love the velvet laces because when the hell do you get velvet laces?
Yeah, man.
So you gotta throw it in there. So I'm like, everything about the shoe, every single one of the pairs is unique. Nobody has the same pair.
Yeah.
Just everything about this, man. And I love it with the darker washes. I do genuinely, I'm really happy that I got the light wash. I didn't get the dark blue wash because I feel like this is a little bit more versatile. Yeah. But this shoe right here, man.
Yeah.
This is my favorite sneaker of all time.
Yeah, this is fire. This is fire, bro. Man. Yeah.
The flower swoosh. I'm like,
yeah, come on, man. Come on, man.
They don't collabs. They don't do this.
Yeah.
I see all the collabs that come out. Everybody has whoever's dunk at the top of the list. And I'm like, it's just a blue and white dunk. Like, oh, it's just a pattern on a dunk in campus. I'm like, what truly makes it special about it? I'm like, what is the concept that it brings to life? I'm like, bro, this is a festival shoe. My joints are dirty. You can't even tell, but there's dirt all over.
Yeah, I done put some wear in mine too, bro. Yeah.
It don't matter, bro. Like,
nope.
It don't matter. These joints, they just go, bro. So like, this right here, this is my favorite sneaker of all time. I don't think, honestly, I don't think it's ever gonna be top because I love this shoe that much.
Yeah, no, it's a great sneaker. Every time I wear it, I get like you said, neck breaking. Like, yo, what? And it's the best in that pack. I love that pack, but it's the best in that pack for sure, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Perfect place to end it, man, because I love that one, man. Your list is fire. You pulled out some crazy joints, man. Thank you for doing that. I know when we talked about that off like it was like, oh man, what we gonna put together? But you passed the test, man. You did the thing. You did the thing, man.
When it came time, I was like, I know I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I know I'm gonna go. I know I'm gonna go. Those bears are special. Those Durnbeckers are special, and those concepts AM1 heavies, man. I can talk about that damn shoe all night.
Yeah,
I love that sneaker.
Yeah, man. Hey, thank you so much, Nate. Seriously, man. We definitely gonna do this again. I'm gonna have you on for the and hopefully I have you on before then too, man. For the end of the year sneaker list, we'll try to put together a good panel for that one, man. Thank you so much, man. Keep doing your thing.
No, I appreciate it, man. The same to you, brother. I appreciate you having me on, man. I appreciate you giving me a platform because it's not like my voice is not always heard. It's just my pictures that are seen.
Yeah,
So, truly, man, I appreciate it, man. I love that I could talk sneakers, fashion, sneaking culture, all that stuff all day,
yeah.
man. So, I love this as much as anybody else who loves it. And truly, man, I appreciate you bringing me on, bro.
No problem, bro. Big shout outs to Nate, man. Real dope conversation. Really cool dude. Can't wait to get you back on the show for that end of the year top sneakers of the year conversation. All right, my first official guest for that episode. All right, we're gonna see who else gonna be on the panel. I'm gonna try to get some really cool people that you've seen before on that panel. All right, shouts out to everybody for supporting the show. Shouts out to everybody for supporting me. Remember to follow me, MSR_Adam, MSR_Adam on social platforms. If you want to follow me on TikTok, it's the What Are Those Pod, the What Are Those Pod. We have content on there, questions of the day, all sorts of stuff going on social media. So you want to follow me on there. Okay. Remember to mind your mental health. Mind your mental health, man. It's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of reasons to be sad, depressed, upset, burnt out, any of that. So you got to stay on top of it. You got to mind your mental health. Take care of yourself, okay? Mind your physical health. Take care of yourself. Get outside, get some sun, even if it's a little chilly outside. Bundle up, get outside and jog. Matter of fact, you need to get out there while this weather is still pretty nice, okay? Take care of yourself. To all my people down in Florida, in the Tampa area, stay safe. If you haven't evacuated yet, please evacuate. I don't know what the deal is with the storm, but I'm praying for you all down there, man. Shouts out to all my Tampa and all my Florida folks. I pray for your safety and I pray everything is good. All right. So with all that being said, please remember and never forget to be great. I'm up out of here. Peace.